What's good, guys? Welcome back to the locker room. And today I just wanted to make this video in regards to the statement that was released by Panini. So I'm just going to read the statement off, and you can see it, pretty much in the background. If you want to read it for yourself, you just go to Panini's website, go to the blog section, and then you'll see it right there. And the title of it is Panini America Addresses Current Retail Marketplace Situation. So I'll read it off. Let me know what you all think in the comments, and then I'll give you, my opinion, once I finish reading it off. So the statement came out today, May 10th, 2021, by Tracy Hackler. And again, the title, Panini America Addresses Current Retail Market Situation. And here's their statement. It's certainly no secret, unprecedented explosion of sports collectibles industry has dramatically impacted seemingly every conceivable part of the business, including manufacturing, distribution, fulfillment, protective supplies, grading services, and perhaps most strikingly, the mass retail marketplace. Simply, current market conditions have created never before seen scenes that include release day lines wrapped around the stores, wild, seemingly uncontrollably crowding in trade-in card sections, and not long thereafter barren shelves. Collectively, those situations have led to, among other things, policy changes by some stores, rampant speculation and misinformation, and hard feelings among many collectors. So I want to key in on that. Misinformation. Today, Panini America officials aim to set the record straight with some simple facts. First fact, Target and Walmart continue to be Panini America's retail partners, and Panini America works closely with retail distributors to service those accounts. All right, so that's the first one. The second one, Panini America officials take feedback regarding alleged improprieties seriously and research credible complaints thoroughly. If action is required, Panini American takes it. That process will continue. All right, so that was the second one. The third key fact, Target has made some policy changes to ensure the safety of store guests. As of April 30th, Target is selling trading cards only on Fridays and is limiting guests to only one unit purchase. And then the last key fact, please reach out to local Target stores to learn specifically how they are implementing the policy and how you can purchase Panini America product. All right, and then they have, a quote or statement from the Vice President of Sales and Product Development. And basically what he says is we really are in uncharted waters right now. That's a fact. When it comes to the retail marketplace, we're seeing things we've never seen before in this industry. Most of it is great, some of it is not. And we're doing everything we can do to protect the short-term and long-term viability of the retail sector. All right, so that was pretty much the statement. Again, if you want to read it for yourself, you can, go to Panini's website, go to the blog section, and then it's the very first blog that you will see titled Panini America Addresses Current Retail Market Situation. All right, so now that we've gone over that, here's my stance. And to be honest, I pretty much, since I've been in the sports card collecting hobby, which hasn't been long, so I kind of came in at the tail end of Target adopting their new policies. So before that, it was pretty much just like, most of you all, nothing was on the shelf. All right, so I would go to Target and I would see no product. Same thing with Walmart. I would go to the stores, I would see nothing. I had to take it upon myself, and hear me out about this. I had to take it upon myself to figure out, okay, if I want product, how do I get it? And that's after I figured out, the state of the hobby itself. Once I found out why no product was on the shelf and what was leading to that, so I had to take it upon myself to, all right, figure out if I want product, how can I get it? Am I going to buy it at resale market? That's option one. In order for me to get it at retail, I'm going to have to go stand in line because that was the only way to get the product, right? All right, so now where I'm located, we only have one Target. We have other Targets that's 1 to 2 hours away, but where I live, we only have one Target. So in order for me to get product, I had to first figure out when the vendor was stocking, which I did, and you can watch one of my other videos where I go into detail of how I figured that out. So I figured out when they stocked. Once I got that down and figured out the day and time of when they stocked, I then had to ask myself, okay, they stock on this day, they stock at this time. What do I have to do in order to hit that restock? So pretty much what I had to do was I had to go out there early and see what it looks like. You see all of these stories on the internet or on YouTube or whatever, about car hunting and all the horror stories about, all crazy stuff, breaking out or whatever in these lines. But I, for one, never experienced that. When I went out there, this is the very first time that I went out there. I stood in line. I was fourth in line. I was able to get product, and I went on about my business. Came back the next week, same thing happened. Next week, same thing happened. Not once did I have any type of issues with getting product. Now, that's not to say others out there haven't had issues. I'm pretty sure they have because, we're getting statements. We're hearing, all of this stuff. Target is doing, policy changes because obviously things are happening. So I want to say I'm happy they released this statement because they didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have to say anything because as far as Panini's concerned, people are going to buy product regardless of how they're going to buy it. They're going to buy it. People are paying $2,000 for a box of Prism and ain't really getting nothing, nowhere close to value out of that box. Let's be real. People, when they release a product online, it sells out, no matter what it is. So they're going to get their money regardless of if there's anything at Target or Walmart or what. That's even more money that they're going to get if we didn't have retail. So I applaud them for even releasing a statement and letting us know as collectors that they're aware of the situation because they didn't have to release anything. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. And then I guess the second part of that is I'm happy that they reaffirmed that, they do have a deal or partnership with all of these retailers and that's going to continue because there's a lot of misinformation flying around and people photoshopping signs and, about Target and Walmart no longer selling cars and blah, blah, blah. So, like I said, I'm glad they put that information out, reassured us, as a collector, however you get your product, whether, you're somebody that went out there and used to be able to buy up everything, or whether you stood in line overnight, or whether, whatever the case may be. It's reassuring to hear them say that, they will continue to supply these retailers with product. Now, with that being the case, it takes us back to, you doing what you need to do in order to get product. Now, if you got to stand in line overnight in your location, then that's just what you have to do. We've done it in the past when Jordan released shoes back in the day, or Black Friday, or this is nothing new. All right, when something is in demand and you want something that's in demand, you have to stand in line to get it. All right. Now I'm not, don't get me wrong. I don't want to come off as trying to, stop people from complaining or whatever. I don't want to come off as that. But pretty much what I'm telling you is, if you want product, you have to, go stand in line. Or, to be honest, the Target policy, since they've changed it, I think it's helped. At least Target is trying to, help the customers out. And, some people don't like it, some people like it, some people have a problem with it, but people are going to complain no matter what. No matter what Target would have did, people are going to complain. That's just, how people are nowadays. Someone's always going to have something to say, no matter which way Target would have, decided to handle it. Now, like I said, I'm cool with, the one item. I was cool with the 3 items. I was cool with get however many you wanted. I was cool with it all. But now that they have the one item per person, then that allows, everyone to possibly get, something. Now, you're still going to have days where you go in and there's nothing, depending on what they release, you're going to have days when there's nothing, to get. So, I just wanted to bring this to, the attention of people out there that's, wanting to collect cards and wanting to get, items at retail. You can get it. There's just things that you have to do in order to get it. And that means, you have to go out and, stand in line for a couple hours. Then, that's what you have to do in order to get the product. Some days you're going to get it, some days you're not. And that's what it is. Since the policy, I've been to Target, and not on a Friday, on a Thursday, and saw Prism on the shelf. Again, I've been to Target on a Thursday and saw Prism on the shelf when they restocked on Friday, the next day. So I went pre-restock and found products on the shelf. Now, is that because of the new policy? Obviously. At first, I wasn't seeing anything on the shelf. So, yeah, let me know what you all think in the comments. I'm excited to, hear what you all have to say. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hopefully this information, helps dither down some of the concerns that people had and some of the misinformation that was kind of floating out there. So, yeah, so let me know what you all think in the comments.